Hello students, hope you are studying well. Today in the newspaper or a TV or from everyone's mouth we listen the word hero or a warrior. What do you exactly mean by that? You may say that a hero or a warrior is someone who fights against the evil or enemy. That's true. And in today's scenario, all the doctors, nurses, policemen, soldiers, they are all true heroes and true warriors. They are not just fighting against the corona, but they are helping and protecting other people's lives as well. That's what a real hero does, to help and protect other people. No matter what may happen to them, they never stop protecting other people's lives. Today we are going to talk about one such a hero who fought for the protection of their countrymen's rights. No wonder he is considered as the Gandhiji of Africa. Yes, I'm talking about Nelson Mandela, the father of Africa. Here we have the news clip of BBC of 10 May 1994. The title of this news headline is that Mandela becomes South Africa's first black president. The detail is following. Nelson Mandela has become South Africa's first black president after more than 3 centuries of white rule. Mr. Mandela's African National Congress ANC party won 252 of 400 seats in the first democratic elections of South Africa's history. The inauguration ceremony, that means the starting ceremony, took place in the Union Buildings Amphitheatre in Pretoria today. Pretoria is a city situated in Africa, attended by politicians and dignitaries from more than 140 countries around the world. These are the lines of Nelson Mandela. Never, never again will this beautiful land experience the oppression of one by another, said Nelson Mandela in his address. Jubilant scenes on the streets of Pretoria followed the ceremony, with blacks, whites, and colored celebrating together. More than 1 lakh South African men, women, and children of all races sang and danced with joy. So this is the headline of the BBC News. Now you can see it is completely mentioned here that it is a very big event when this inauguration of South Africa was held in the amphitheatre of Pretoria city, and more than 140 countries, the leaders, the politicians, the dignitaries, they came there to celebrate the victory of the democracy over the white superiority. Right? So that was a very big event that came in the history of South Africa. Now let's see the introduction of the Nelson Mandela. Who was Nelson Mandela exactly? Nelson Mandela was a social rights activist, politician, and philanthropist. Philanthropist means someone who someone who gave money to the poor or the person who needs the money. Okay, a person who gives charity. That is what philanthropist. So he was a social right activist, politician and philanthropist who became South Africa's first black president. It is very important, he became South Africa's first black president from 1994 to 1999. After becoming involved in the anti-apartheid movement. Now anti-apartheid movement, now it is a very important movement which is held by lead by Nelson Mandela. We will discuss this apartheid, what is apartheid, okay, system, and he was one of the leader of ANC, and he removed this apartheid system completely and democrate the country. Okay, so he was after becoming involved in the anti-apartheid movement in his 20s, Mandela joined the African National Congress in 1942, ANC. For 20 years, he directed a campaign of peaceful, non-violent defiance against the South African government and its racial politics. Defiance, that means open refusal against something. So he refused this non-violence. He refused the violent system of white supremacy in South Africa. Beginning in 1962, Mandela spent 27 years in prison. Okay, so he has spent 27 years in prison for political offenses because he was one of the supreme leader of ANC who works for anti-apartheid system, and maybe that is what the reason that he was jailed, because it was illegal, and so he was punished for he was jailed, and he spent 27 years of his life in the jail. In 1993, Mandela and South African President F.W. de Klerk were jointly awarded the Nobel Prize for their efforts to dismantle the country's apartheid system. So, along with this person, he got the Nobel Prize for Peace. For generations to come, Mandela will be a source of inspiration for civil rights activists worldwide. So he became the symbol, he became the hero, of this for the generations who wants to act against, who wants to fight for their rights. Nelson Mandela was the first black president of South Africa, elected after time in prison. So after prison, he was elected as a president of South Africa. It is very important, guys. And for his anti-apartheid work, he was elected as a president of South Africa. He won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993. So he got the Nobel Prize for the Peace in 1993. Now the apartheid system, as I told you, now apartheid is a political system that separates people according to their race. Apartheid is a political system. It is a very political system that separate people according to their race. Race means their color here, right? Like in early time we had caste system. Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra, and there were certain rules regarding the systems, and even the law differs from caste to caste. If Brahman was there, so certain laws were abide to them, and if Shudra was there, then certain rules and regulations are prescribed in our Shastras, right? So that kind of system, the base was there, and the basic rights are not given to the low caste people in our earlier ancient India. So similarly here in Africa, black people were suppressed under the white supremacy. So white people were ruling over there, and they had certain rules and regulations, and they were not given the basic rights. The black were not given the basic rights. Under this system, the people of South Africa were divided by their race, and the different races were forced to live separately from each other. There were laws in place to ensure that segregations, that means separation, was abided by, and the apartheid system in South Africa was abolished in 1994 when a new constitution was approved which abolished the previous system of segregations. So it was a political and social system in South Africa during the era of white minority rule. They were not in large quantities, still they were ruling over South Africa. It enforced racial discriminations against non-violent against non-whites, mainly focused on skin color and facial features. This existed in the the matter is behind, the text is hiding behind the pictures. So they existed from 1948 until the early 1990s, and the last president who held office during this apartheid era, so the last white supremacy, the last white president who was there during before this apartheid era, okay, he was Frederick William de Klerk, and he was responsible for holding negotiations with this political prisoner, that is Nelson Mandela, and to bring to end apartheid. They got the negotiation, and following these successful negotiations, Nelson Mandela was elected as the president of South Africa, and he became the first black person to hold the position. And this pair, that means Nelson Mandela and Frederick William de Klerk, they were awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for their efforts. And today this term apartheid is sometimes used for similar separation systems in other countries as well. Okay, so this lesson, Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom. This lesson is an extract from his biography, that is Long Walk to Freedom, and wherein Nelson Mandela speaks about a historical occasion, that is inauguration of democracy in South Africa. So this chapter is all about it, his feelings, his emotions, his speech, what he thinks, what happened there. This chapter is all about that only. So let's start the lesson. 10th May, down, bright and clear. 10th May. So 10th May, down, that means down is from noun. It came from from down is noun, right? Down, when the sun rises, that was down. So the 10th May, down, bright and clear, that means 10th May, the sun shine on this particular day, and it is very bright and clear. The morning, the dawn was very bright and clear. For the past few days, I had been pleasantly besieged by dignitaries and world leaders who were coming to pay their respects before the inauguration. The inauguration would be the largest gathering ever of international leaders on South African soil. So it is the very beginning of the this lesson, and students, the sentences are very much long, so please pay attention here, right? So the day come, the dawn of this 10th May was very bright and clear, and um, he was surrounded closely, he was besieged by, that means he was surrounded closely by the dignitaries and the world leaders who were coming to pay their respects. They were coming to pay their respects before the inaugurations. Now inauguration, they have it is the extract of the day when when he was Nelson Mandela was elected as a president, and the country was liberated. The country was free from these apartheid systems. So that was the inauguration was going on this African soil, and he was surrounded with these world leaders, the dignitaries who came across the world. They came to South Africa, they came to meet Nelson Mandela, and this inauguration would be the largest gathering ever in the international leaders on South African soil. So international leaders, that means worldwide leaders, the dignitaries, the politicians, they came to South Africa, and it was the largest, the biggest gathering ever that ever held in South African soil. Next, the ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheater. The inauguration ceremony, where was it held? It was took place in the very lovely sandstone amphitheater. Now this amphitheater, it's a kind of building structure, right? And that was made from sandstones, and it was formed by the Union Building in Pretoria. Pretoria is a place here, and amphitheater is Union Building which was made from stone. For decades, this had been the seat of white supremacy, and now it was the site of a rainbow gathering of different colors and nations for the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. Okay, the meaning of amphitheater is given here. It means a building without a roof, with many rows of seats rising in steps. It's like a theater kind of thing, the building which has no roof at all, okay, and it has a rows of seats like we go to the multiplex or cinema theater. So that kind of thing is there, and typical of ancient Greece and Rome. In Rome or Greece, it was this kind of structure was much famous there. Okay, so for decades this had been the seat for white supremacy, and now it is the site of the rainbow gathering. So this amphitheater, this building, these union buildings, they were the seat of the white supremacy for decades. Okay, so for decades, even these union buildings where only white people used to sit, it was the seat of the white supremacy only, and now it was the site of the rainbow. Now why rainbow gathering? Now if you remember that rainbow has 7 colors, so now in these union buildings, not only white but black people, the colored people, they will sit there. So it's not just the monocolor, it's not just a single color, but many colorful people will sit there, and that is why it's the rainbow gathering of different colors, right? and nations for the installations of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. It's very important, non-racial government. Now they freed themselves from this racial government. Earlier, as I told you, in apartheid system, white people were ruling over there. The white supremacy was ruling over there. And now when this apartheid, with the end of this apartheid system, this with the help of this democracy system, everyone has the right to sit on these union buildings. Okay, next. On that lovely autumn day, I was accompanied by my daughter Zenani. Now, Zenani is his daughter, and on that lovely autumn day, now it was the period of autumn, and the day was very beautiful. Okay, he was accompanied by his daughter Zenani. Now, Zenani came along with his father to give him a company. On the podium means stage. On the podium, Mr. de Klerk was first sworn in as second deputy president. Now, this person has taken an oath as a second deputy president. So he became first. Who has taken this one? Mr. de Klerk, and he was elected as a second deputy president. Sorry. Okay. Then Thabo Mbeki. The name are African. Thabo Mbeki was sworn in as a first deputy president. First, Mr. de Klerk came and he sworn as a second deputy president. Then the first deputy president, who was he? Mr. Thabo Mbeki. When it was my turn, and after these two people, Nelson Mandela's turn came, I pledged to obey and uphold the constitutions and to devote myself to the well-being of the republic and its people. So he pledged to obey and uphold the constitution and to devote himself to well-being of the republic and its people. So he has taken an oath to protect, to give the justice to all the people. To the assembled guest and the watching world I said. Now he said something, he gave some speech on that occasion. Let's see what he has given as his speech. Okay, these are his words. Today all of us do by our presence here confer glory and hope to newborn liberty. Confer means give. So today all of us do by our presence here confer glory and hope to newborn liberty. Why it's newborn liberty? Because earlier, as I told you, that earlier they had apartheid system and now they were completely freed from that system. They got the liberations. They got the liberation from these apartheid systems, and that is why it's a newborn. It is as if it's right now it has taken the birth. That's why it's a newborn liberty. Out of the experience of extraordinary human disasters. Now what does this word refer? which kind of extraordinary human disaster it is. Now no people have right to suppress, to oppress any kind of other people, whether it comes for another race, color, or any kind of caste, creed, anything else, right? So no one has that right. And here what happened, that due to this apartheid system, white people were oppressing these black people, and that's the reason it is extraordinary human disaster which fell on the black people, which fell on the colored people, that lasted too long. Almost it lasted too long, it does not end very easily, right? So it lasted too long, this apartheid system lasted too long. Must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud. So now when it is completely abolished, when this apartheid system was completely abolished, it must has to born a society, it must has to create a society where of which all humanity will be proud. So all the people, all human will feel proud for this, that kind of society, that kind of country we have to build. We who were outlaws, look at the word outlaws. Why they were outlaws? Because they were black, they were colored, and due to this apartheid system they were not given the basic rights, and that's why they were considered as the outlaws, right? So we who were outlaws not so long ago have today been given the rare privilege to be host to the nations of the world on our own soil. So now they have this rare privilege. Earlier they don't have this privilege to call to be a host and to call other nations to their soil, to their country. But now when they came to the throne, they came to the seat of the union buildings, they came to the seats of that as a president, they came to the seat in the government officials. So they have this privilege now that they can be host, and they can invite all other nations chairmen and nations presidents and prime ministers to their own soil. We thank all of our distinguished international guests for having come to take possession with the people of our country of what is. So now he is giving now it is a vote of thanks to the all these international distinguished guests. Okay, so he is thanking them that you came here, and they came to the country of Africa. A common victory for justice. Why they came here? To celebrate to common victory for justice, for peace, for human dignity. Now these African black people have this victory over justice. They got the victory of justice, for peace, for human dignity. Look at this word human dignity. That means that they might not get the basic rights, they might not treated as a human beings, right? And that's why they came here to celebrate the victory of the black people in the Africa. So it is a really rare privilege. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. Emancipation means the freedom from the restriction. Okay, so we have at last achieved our political emancipation. We have achieved our political freedom. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, and other discrimination. Deprivation means a state of not having one's rightful benefits. They were not getting what they have the right. The people are not getting what they have right. That is what deprivations. And here we please we means here. Nelson Mandela and other political leaders, they pledge that to liberate all our people, to liberate all the people of African country from whom? From the continuing bondage of poverty. They want to free all the people of this poverty, from the deprivations, from their rights, from their sufferings, from their gender and other discrimination, even the gender, right? So they want to free the people of the African country from all these kind of discriminations, from poverty, from deprivations, from suffering. So that's what he has taken as an oath. Never, never, never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another. These lines were quoted on that BBC newspaper's clipping, right? And it's a very famous quotation of Nelson Mandela itself, that never, never, never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another. So he is saying that the earth, the African earth, the African country will, the people of the Africa, they will never going to experience the oppression, the suppression of one by another on the name of the race, or on the name of the color, or on the name of the caste or creed or gender, right? So he says that these country people will never experience this kind of segregations, this kind of oppressions, this kind of suppression. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Look at this beautiful line. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. And the sun shall never set. It means that this glorious human achievement, that they got the liberty, that they got the liberty from this apartheid system. So this human achievement, that is what the achievement here, right? And this glorious human achievement, the sun of this glorious human achievement will never set on. It will never set on. Let freedom reign. God bless Africa. So these are his last line. Let freedom reign. God bless Africa. So freedom will reign in the Africa. God bless Africa. So these are the lines of Nelson Mandela at the inaugurations, and these are the and earlier we have seen that what he feels, what kind of atmosphere was there, who came there, and to whom he came there, and who the people who has taken the oath, who the people who has sworn to the country of Africa and its people. So this is the first part. Here I want to complete the first part of this video. Thank you very much. The chapter is not over yet. We'll continue in the next video. Thank you so much.